Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining and for purchasing the next course, which is going to be the Mini Shellby Cobra by Auhapwrd. Now, I'm your host, and in this video, I'm going to be your teacher. I'm going to teach you how to make this car right here. This is going to be very exciting because this is going to be like my second course. So as you can see, it looks really cute, and it's so Cobra, dude, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, the way I'm going to teach you to make this car is going to be very fun and intriguing. I'm going to show you the breakdown. I'm going to break it down each part, and then I will slowly try to teach you to make it exactly like this. Now, in your case, if you want to learn and want to interpret it or to try to be like finding your own voice or style, I would suggest you to not 100% following what I'm doing in here, but instead you can try to add your own piece or like way of modeling things on your own way. So I'm going to show you the way to make it 100%, how to create this, every shape, every part, every details and stuff, including the interior, the engine and other things. And I'm also gonna show you the breakdown for each part. But again, you don't need to build exactly the same, and because that's also the point to make it your own. But the point is you're gonna learn a lot of things, how to actually deal with a lot of this topology that looks complex and kind of more like advanced compared to the previous course, because the previous course is maybe like, I would say that's more like for beginner, very beginner to almost intermediate. But this is going to be like the next level step up for you out there that's trying to you feel you're not enough with the Tesla Cybertruck Mini, so you want to make more. So there you have it. This is going to be the medium level to advanced. I wouldn't say it's advanced or like complex, but it's more like a step up from the previous course, the Tesla. Okay, to break down, we have done this. Welcome. And then we now going to talk about the essential setup. Now, the essential setup is always, as usual, I always try to suggest you guys to, first of all, open a Blender on this window. If it's, me, I'm always using an ultra-wide monitor, 21:9, so I can split it like this. This one is for the modeling, and then this one is for the reference image, because I don't use blueprints. And let me tell you, if you get used to working not with blueprints, that's going to be like more power to you, because you can identify each car topology without really need to see the topology, the blueprints, that's going to be like very rare in a car modeling industry, especially on a stylized one. So that's the workflow, and I have also need to turn on this part right here, screencast, so you guys can see what I'm clicking in here. Very clean and clear, right? So this is the setup. And for the reference image, my go-to reference is, you go to auction site, it's going to be the Brina trailer. There's a lot of cars in here. You can search Cobra. There's a fake Cobra replica. There's also the original one. It really depends, because in this case we are just gonna model the body, which is gonna look like basically Cobra, the Shellby Cobra, the OG one. So it doesn't really matter whether it's the replica engine or like engine swap or stuff. Especially just like you need to focus on the body. But for this specific case, I would suggest you to pick this one right here, because in my case right here, I think if it's not this one, is the blue one. Also, you can also filter by the popularity, and also see there's like the replica one, there's the original one. But the original is kind of like very few compared to the original one. Yeah, it's very few. So there you have it. You can grab your own in here. Try to grab yours. Get your style in here, or you can just screenshot this that I have right here and then try to search on Google, and it will show up in the Premiere trailer website, and then you can download each part of the car, the reference like this. But I will tell you that in this course, you don't really need the reference image. You can just see my base model and then try to mimic what I'm doing. So that makes it easier for you. But again, if you want to try to also learn it from my own point of view as the original modeler of this powered Cobra, then you might want to get yourself the reference image. So you kind of like have or like able to reverse engineer what I'm doing and what's like my mind behind making this thing. Okay. Also, on the next part, workflow. So the workflow is very simple as usual. Make sure that you have loop tools enabled. It's going to be on the add-ons. You can search loop tools. This is very important. It's very, very useful. If you're using Blender 3.3 and above, you can already have this in the Blender. You can just like search it and download it. And then also Node Wrangler, because that's very important. And if you doesn't have Boolean, you need to have also bool tool, because that's going to be useful in this case. So there's that. Okay, now moving on to the next part is going to be the wheel, and the wheel is going to be contained of many different type of part, which is as you can see right here. So we are going to make it one by one slowly, like this. So this is the wheel right here. It contains from the rims. The rims. It's like 2 parts of rim, and then it's a 5 spokes rim with the lock door in here, and there's a caliper. As for the caliper, I'm using my old I don't remember, but like it's like a stop tech model from the past, and then the tires actually made it quite simple. And then there's the rim right here, and this one is going to be the sidewall in a Goodyear to make it like really giving it like a drag racing look. But today we are going to focus on our main objective is going to be the rim, or like the tires, and then also the spokes. So we have to remember that the car, the Cobra has like 2 wheels. I mean 4. It's like you have 4 wheels, but the back side of the wheel, the rear wheel, is kind of bigger than the front one. So we have also to pay attention to that one, and I'm going to show you how to make it. But now let's just make the rim first. So we have to do this, delete everything else, and then we're gonna save this as a tutorial. I'm gonna make this folder just for a tutorial, so that it makes things easier for us to work later on. Okay, so the way you want to make the tires is actually very, very straightforward. Also for the workflow, whenever I work, I like to make a folder for each part, so I'm not confused later on when I do shader or like texturing. So the way I usually make tires is very simple. You just have to use like circle. You can use 32, you can use 16, depending on your rig. But I would say if your rig is not that powerful, then I'll just basically use this instead. I'll use this part right here. Hold up, let me close this first. Also this part right here. So you want to make it quite, round peak like this. And my model usually is made for prepared to print, and that's why I like to aim for the size, the dimension of each part is like 3 centimeter. So like overall of the car is gonna be like around 6 to 7 or 8 centimeter. But feel free to do yourself. This is very important because when you want to do lighting, it's gonna affect how much light that you need to light your model. For example, if you use a real scale model like 5 meters, like 8 meters, that's going to be different when you want to deal with the light later on, compared to when you work like a micro cars like this, small toys. And I'm going to show you that later. So we have to make the tires first. Very straightforward. Extrude to the right, to the left, and then mirror. And you have to set the center in here, the origin on the center like this, and then usually it's like on a z-axis. Quite make it chibi or like big, depends. Again, you don't need to have like specifically make it the same as what I do in here. You can make it like this. You can make it even like this. Whoa, oh my god, that's so big. But it's up to you. The main goal of this frame tire is very, to make it like a toys look.